PayPal was supposed to fix money. Instead, it may have broken trust. What started as a revolutionary way to send money online turned into one of the most controversial financial platforms in the world. So, how did PayPal go from a scrappy startup fighting banks to a company accused of freezing accounts, charging high fees, and angering millions of users? And more importantly, was this always part of the plan? This is the true story of PayPal, the rise, the chaos, the internal betrayals, and the dark truth behind one of the most powerful fintech companies ever created. Because PayPal didn't just change payments, it created billionaires, it reshaped Silicon Valley. And it may have shown exactly how power corrupts when a company controls your money. In the late 1990s, the internet was still new. People mailed checks, banks moved slowly, and sending money online, that sounded almost impossible. Then came a group of young engineers with no real banking experience, trying to build something different. At first, the idea wasn't even about payments. It was about handheld devices, early tech that looked like primitive smartphones. The plan? Secure them. That failed. So they pivoted. What if you could send money digitally, not through banks, not through paperwork, just instantly? That idea became PayPal. And at first, it barely worked. Here's where things get strange. Right next door, literally in the same building, another startup was building almost the exact same thing. Different vision, same outcome. That company wanted to become an everything bank, a digital financial empire. But users didn't care about that vision. They cared about one simple feature, sending money through email. And just like that, two companies accidentally collided into the same business. Online payments, the PayPal war had begun. To grow faster than the competition, both sides did something insane. They started giving away money. Sign up, get paid, invite a friend, get paid again. It worked. Users flooded in. Growth exploded. But there was one massive problem. They were losing money on every single user. And it got worse. Fraudsters quickly realized they could exploit the system. Fake accounts, stolen identities, automated bots. People were literally printing money using PayPal. At one point, the company was burning through cash at an unsustainable rate. And yet, they couldn't stop. Because if they did, their rival would win. Then something unexpected happened. Users on eBay started adopting PayPal on their own, not because of marketing, not because of strategy, because it was simply easier. No checks, no delays, just instant payments. And suddenly, PayPal wasn't just a startup anymore. It was becoming the default way to pay online. This was the moment everything changed. The main battleground shifted to eBay, and whoever controlled payments on eBay would control the future of online money. The rivalry turned brutal. Both sides copied each other, outpaced each other, tried to destroy each other. Internally, things were even worse. Executives clashed, decisions slowed down, and then came the betrayals. Not once, but twice. Leaders inside the company secretly plotted to overthrow their own CEO, and they succeeded. Then it happened again. This wasn't just a startup. It was a battlefield. And control over PayPal meant control over the future of finance. But the biggest threat didn't come from competitors. It came from inside. PayPal had grown too fast. Fraud was everywhere. Fake accounts were everywhere. Money was leaking out of the system. So they fought back. They built some of the earliest fraud detection systems ever created. Algorithms, pattern tracking, behavior analysis. It worked, but there was a cost. Sometimes, innocent users got caught too. Accounts frozen. Money locked, no explanations. And then came another turning point. PayPal broke its biggest promise. It started charging fees. Users were furious. But by then, they had no choice. PayPal had already won. By the early 2000s, PayPal had done the impossible. It survived, it grew, it went public, and then it was acquired for $1.5 billion. The startup dream was complete, but something changed. The original founders left, the culture shifted, and the company slowly became something very different from what it started as. Over time, PayPal grew into a global giant, hundreds of millions of users, billions in transactions, a dominant force in online payments. But with that scale came new problems. Today, PayPal is no longer the underdog, it's the system. And that's where the controversy begins. Users complain about accounts being frozen without warning, funds held for months, high fees, poor customer support, and policies that seem increasingly aggressive. Some say PayPal protects users, others say it controls them. And this raises a bigger question. When a company sits between you and your money, how much power is too much? Because PayPal didn't just build a payment platform. It built influence. It created a network of founders, the so-called PayPal Mafia, who went on to shape companies like YouTube, LinkedIn, and more. A small group, with massive control over the digital world. And maybe that's the real story. PayPal didn't just change how we send money, it showed how quickly innovation can turn into dominance, and how dominance can turn into something much harder to trust. So, the next time you click Pay Now, ask yourself, are you using PayPal, or is PayPal using you? Using